33,000 people showed up at AmFam Field for that game yesterday. That's how important this team is right now to the city of Milwaukee.
Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back. Out of here. Isaac Collins walks it off against the Mets. You can't make it up.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
They're great. They're good. They're the best team in baseball by the furthest imaginable amount you could ever fathom. They're so good, they're rewriting what young Brewers fans are going to think of this team moving forward.
Left on the track is Lockridge. He's there. He makes the catch. Can you count to 14? It's a franchise record for the Milwaukee Brewers. The longest winning streak in the history of the ball club.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Here's Alex Strofe and Gabe Neitzel.
Come see what's brewing. Come see what the good times are. Come see what the Brewers are doing.
What a morning to be out in the Yount and Euchre lots of American Family Field for the Pancake Breakfasts that the Brewers have going on. Donald Driver up there talking right now. This is a wild scene. Gabe Neitzel, cousin sub of the day, Alex Strofe, hanging out here today, and we are brought to you by the Neurospine Center. If you've got neck or back pain, let the top nationally rated spine specialists at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin help you get back in the game. They present all of our Brewers coverage, and we're getting ready for some postseason coverage with just 3 days left in the regular season. So last year, Strofe, when I was out here, it was they did a drive-through tailgate. And the Brewers, kind of like this year, it wrapped up the NL Central pretty early. And I mean, at that point, we kind of knew the Brewers were going to be playing in the wild card round. We're going to have one of the top records in baseball. And they just drove everybody through. And it was a drive-through, handing out brats. Guys like Donald Driver, Tarek Saleh was here, handing out brats. Robin Yount was here. And
I like that Tarek Saleh gets top billing above Robin Yount, but continue.
Well, I just remembered him wearing his Brewers jersey, sitting over there. And then we had Robin on the show, and it was great. And this year, they have upped the game even further. You can still drive through. They're not doing it through the parking lot, but just outside of the parking lots here on the back part of the property at American Family Field. But there are a lot of people here. They've got a giant tent. As I mentioned, a polka band is up on stage, a lot of tables. So if you want to, not eat your pancakes in the car on your way to work, you certainly can. You can go that route if that's what you want to do. But you can come by, line up for your pancakes, get them, sit down, see everything that's going on here, and the energy at 7 in the morning, and this thing started at 6, so it's been rocking for an hour already. The energy for this team, I cannot wait for them to open up the National League Divisional Series a week from Saturday against either the Cubs or the Padres.
I'm with you. The very first thing I heard somebody say this morning, and I don't know if they dipped into the booze at 6 a.m., but the very first thing I heard somebody say was, you can feel the magic. You can feel the magic of a pancake breakfast. County Fair vibes, I heard you talking about on WTMJ.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's fair because you got the giant tent. You got the pennants all throughout going from post to post that are holding up the tent. The great, again, classic, checkerboard pattern on the tablecloth.
There's so many rural areas in Wisconsin that do, like, breakfast on the farm.
Oh, yeah.
That's the vibe I'm getting here.
If you grew up
Field.
in rural Wisconsin, like we did, every county has one. I certainly remember breakfast on the farm as the kid, and that's the kind of feel we have here. And then sprinkle in excitement about Brewers baseball on top of it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I tried the pancakes, fluffy, solid, delicious.
Wait, how did you get pancakes?
That's neither here nor there, my friend. So
I drive him to the show.
I only got one.
We welcome him, Joshy. We welcome him into the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy family. And here he goes and gets pancakes without me?
So, you were busy doing other stuff.
Planning the show?
I believe you. Well, yeah. I'm working, too. I'm doing field research. I'm checking out the polka band. I'm trying the pancakes. I got to talk about the experience we're having. You can't get mad at me for that.
Share the pancakes.
I'm doing my job here.
Share the pancakes.
I believe you were quoted as saying to Joshy prior to the show what?
I didn't know where you went. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to do TMJ.
I have no idea where Strofe is. And to me, that's like, yeah, of course. There's people there. There's excitement.
Yeah.
He's much like When I walk my dog and he sees a squirrel and he loses all attention and just runs towards it, that's Alex Strofe when you take him out on the road.
I've got a little bit of a golden retriever energy to me, but again, I want to understand what's all going on here. Gabe said he was here last year for the drive-through tailgate, and I wasn't. So this is my first time getting to experience something like this, and I cannot undersell the home run the Brewers have hit with this event. We've got the Polka band, we've got the celebrities, we've got the pancakes, we've got the custom bottles of syrup, we've got coffee, we've got tables, we've got people. We've got Brewers baseball looking for win number 97 tonight. Couldn't be much better than this.
Going for that franchise record, and again, a win gives them the best record in baseball. Quinn Priester on the mound. And that's why I'm kind of curious what the Brewers do if they win tonight against the Cincinnati Reds, who are still somehow, despite their best efforts, very much alive for a wild card spot. And that final wild card spot that is up for grabs in the National League with the Mets playing as poorly as they have over the last month. So the Reds still have something to play for. The Brewers, should they win tonight and extend that Quinn Priester streak, would it be extending it to 20 if they win tonight?
It'd be 20 flat.
So they have won their last 19 games in which Quinn Priester has been the starting pitcher.
Which is truly the most bizarre stat you've ever heard.
It's up there, certainly.
Don't get me wrong. He's played phenomenally. He's pitched great this year. This doesn't happen.
No.
I don't care. We talk about Paul Skeens, who's likely going to win the NL Cy Young, right?
Yep.
The guy's lost how many times, Gabe? It's double digits for sure.
Yeah.
It might be high double digits.
With an ERA under 2.
Yes.
And I can't imagine what that ERA would be had the Brewers not roughed him up a couple of times.
So that's the point I'm making, right? Paul Skeens of the Pirates has pitched phenomenally.
Yep.
But the offense hasn't backed him up.
Well,
and he
yeah,
hasn't gotten the wins. It's the Pirates. I know they stink. It's a very different situation than what we have here in Milwaukee. But Quinn Priester winning 19, looking for 20 in a row in games he starts, is truly the most bizarro world statistic that I've heard in the game of baseball in a long time. It makes me very happy. I'll be at the game tonight. The last time I went to a game and Quinn Priester pitched, he had 10 strikeouts.
Oh.
So I feel like I'm bringing good juju to AmFam Field tonight.
Yeah, so I'm just curious if they win tonight, what they're going to do over the next couple of days, because you already have a week off. You've clinched a bye. No matter what happens over these next 3 days, we know the Brewers'
Just get
postseason
one win.
run.
Get one win.
But what do they do over the next two? What do they do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Do you shut everybody down? Do you still want to get guys at bats? Because again, if they were playing on Tuesday in the wild card, I understand. Okay, we're going to get some guys. We're going to give them some time off.
Mm-hmm.
The time off is built in because of the reward of the record that they have been able to put together, right? And again, one more win, they get home field advantage throughout the entire postseason. That they are going to have that advantage going for them. So I'm just very curious to see what happens on Saturday and Sunday. Should they win the game and extend that unbelievable streak with Quinn Priester tonight? That's what I'm curious to see, and what the thought process is of the Brewers, because there's not a lot of data out there about, what happens when you get a bunch of time off in baseball, because it's still so new, right? Like in football, they've even taken away a bye, but still, the bye's been around forever at this point. So it always ends up being the debate. If you have that number 1 seed wrapped up, do you rest guys? Do you, because you got time off, but you don't want guys to get injured? How are you going to handle this entire thing, right? And that's kind of ends up being the debates there. In baseball, getting a bye, they just started this within the last handful of years of the wild card round and the extra wild card spot and everybody getting to play in a 3-game series. That's still so incredibly new, and the time off is, okay, how do you handle this as a team? And it's an interesting thing because, baseball, it's a game of rhythm and habits, and you get into the flow of a season, and then it comes to a crashing halt for 5 days as you're going to get time off before they open up their postseason run next Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to anticipate this weekend. Obviously, the big one, and I know we talked about this earlier in the week, is Trevor McGill is expected to pitch Sunday. And that's the outside of the, can Quinn Priester finish the regular season by winning a 20th straight game, or I guess the Brewers winning a 20th straight game when he starts is the actual phrasing I'm looking for there. Outside of that, what does McGill look like? Because I have no idea what to expect now that it's been a month since he's pitched. He's dealt with a couple of setbacks. The elbow hasn't been responding well. Can he pitch A, well, and B, can he respond to say, okay, yeah, I think I'm good to go. I'm geared up for a playoff run.
But it seems like the forearm is the injury for him. So it seems like the forearm is at a spot where, again, if it wasn't responding, he wouldn't be pitching on Sunday, right? Like, it would be shut down, and we know that what the bullpen would do. And to me, it just gives you that extra, high leverage arm, to put out there. I assume he just kind of falls into that closer spot, and he's going to be, your ninth inning guy. Or, again, as we've seen with what they've done with Abner Uribe and Jared Koenig, they kind of mix and match there.
Yeah.
Like Abner is typically the guy that they'll go to, and he'll throw the ninth inning, unless we've seen it a couple of times. Hey, we think the higher leverage is in the eighth inning, and we like the matchup. There's a bunch of righties. Uribe, go out there, go get your stuff. We still have trust in Jared Koenig to be able to shut down the ninth inning, and it just adds another arm where you can kind of mix and match wherever the high leverage spot is. Once you get to that bullpen, maybe McGill doesn't pitch in the ninth inning. Maybe it's the seventh inning. He comes in to put out a fire because you need a strikeout. It just gives you that extra arm. And I guess I just have faith that he's going to be ready to go and healthy, because otherwise the Brewers wouldn't put him out there.
I'm just a nervous guy by nature when it comes to stuff like that, believe it or not.
I guess I just have such faith in Pat Murphy and this Brewers staff that they're only putting people in positions to succeed.
Bingo.
And they're not. Trevor McGill, to me right now, as great as he is, because he's fantastic, he was an all-star.
Yeah.
He's a luxury to have.
Yeah.
Because the Brewers bullpen has been that good. They haven't really missed a beat without him.
I was just about to bring that up.
Right? They haven't missed a beat without him. So him coming back, I mean, trust me, I would love to have him back. Giving you an extra high-leverage bullpen arm in the postseason is fantastic, but it is a luxury, and they've performed well without it. So because of that, I don't think Murphy and this medical staff would go, oh, man, we really need Trevor McGill. We got to get him out there on the mound. What are we going to do? I think they're going, yeah, he's healthy enough to pitch. We want to get him out there, and he's going to show that he's ready to go, and he's going to beat Trevor McGill when we need him in the postseason in the divisional round.
Remember what got you here, and a huge part of that is how good that bullpen's been. So I'm not nervous about that. I'm just nervous about, hey, when you have a guy that's good. He was a literal all-star, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is one of your best players who's missed the last month of action. I just want to be sure, A, he can respond, and B, still has his stuff, which I'm not really that worried about the latter because he's getting the opportunity. But
well, and as a reliever, honestly, and I guess, I mean, I wasn't a pitcher, so I don't know if the fact that he throws like basically two pitches. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Sure.
oh, he's got to get the feel for, if he's a starter, he's got to get the feel for the changeup and the slider and the fastball and the sinker
Not
and
really
all
the
these
case
things.
there.
No, it's just, and really for him, it's, all right, because once he gets that feel for the curveball down, if he gets the feel for the curveball, good night.
It's over
if he's
for
throwing that
everybody
curveball,
else.
if he's throwing that curveball for strikes, then you just need that fastball's going to
okay,
come away.
I feel bad because I know I've asked you this before.
Yeah.
We refer to your NCAA record, 2 triples in an inning.
Yep.
I don't want you to tell me because I
Okay.
think I might know.
Okay.
But you just said I wasn't a pitcher, which I knew.
Yep.
But I guess I don't know what position you played off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I'm gonna guess.
All right.
And I feel good about it.
Okay.
You played third base.
I did not. Did not. Did not.
You played second base.
No.
You weren't a catcher. No, you weren't. You were not a catcher.
That's
right?
correct.
Oh,
I was a catcher in Little League, and then I transitioned to the position because we already had a catcher when I got to high school then. So then I transitioned to a different position.
you weren't a first baseman. Definitely not a first baseman.
Correct.
I don't want to rule out shortstop because I don't want to cut you at the knees in terms of your athletic ability. You were shortstop?
No.
Oh, okay. So you played center field.
I played all 3 outfield spots. Yeah.
What was your primary?
So it depended upon the year. My sophomore year I was in center. My junior year I was in left. My senior year I was in right.
Don't you want to be in center?
Yeah, but you kind of bounced
Were you
around.
not the best center fielder your senior year?
So we had a really good guy who played first base my sophomore year, but he was a really good athlete, also played football at Platteville. So then he went out and played center my junior year, and then I just transitioned to right my senior year.
What's
And we had a
the
rotation.
top quality of a center fielder? Speed?
Athleticism, being able to read it and be able to get a jump off the ball, jump off the bat. I gotta let Vinny know. First Bernie sighting.
Yeah,
They were
Bernie
curious.
sighting.
They were curious about all the mascots that were out here today.
Yeah, that was an interesting question. A lot of people on stage. I can't really tell who though. I have a bad view on it. I think it's all the celebrity pancake flippers are up there on the stage.
So
I
yeah,
see
Double
Pat
D's
Murphy.
up there.
Yeah,
Pat
Pound
Murphy's
Driver.
up there.
Travis Beckham, it looks like the former Wisconsin tight end.
Correct. Tim Dillard is up there.
Very good. Bernie the Brewer?
Yeah, and then it was just Bernie Brewer.
We had this discussion, and maybe you're going to want to go to commercial break when I ask you this question. We had the discussion of whether or not Bernie Brewer is hot on KBN a couple days ago.
He's an attractive man.
He's an attractive man, great mustache, and he's a homeowner.
Yeah. Chalet owner.
Yeah.
With a sweet slide.
Is a chalet better than a house?
It's smaller.
Okay.
Smaller. But I mean, again, he's just a single guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't need that much space.
Eligible bachelor.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's most eligible bachelor.
We dive into Packer Talk. Jason Wilde coming up next, live from the Pancake Breakfast, brought to us by our friends at the Neurospine Center, also brought to you by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental of Wisconsin.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin.
Well, we got some delays along southbound 41 from the county line all the way to Good Hope Road. So just around Bradley Road's really where those brake lights come on. And big delays on the bypass heading through the Hale. So we've got delays from about 84th Street heading through the Hale all the way up to National Avenue. Westbound 94, a few delays from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Traffic is brought to you by Comfort Awnings. Extend your outdoor space with a retractable awning or screen like I did with my friends at Comfort Awnings. Custom designed to fit your home. Get your free estimate at comfortawnings.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Today, sunny with a high of 74 at the lake, 80 inland. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 59. Weather is brought to you by Avondale Roofing. Raise the roof and your standards with Avondale Roofing, your trusted partner for over 30 years. Remember, they get on top so you don't have to. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Fall in Wisconsin is, of course, special. You got the cool nights, game days, apple orchards, pumpkin patches, and it is one of the best times to sell your home. Fewer homes are on the market, so buyers are motivated. That gives you the advantage. Instead of waiting for a spring rush, you can close on your home before the first snowfall. The We Sell Group knows how to do this and put you in the driver's seat. They've helped countless Wisconsin families move forward, and they are ready to do the same for you. Get your fall home sale started with Rob and Nick today at the We Sell Group's website, wesell.kw.com, wesell.kw.com.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic. Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water. Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular. The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature.
Will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman. Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist, the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's. We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
Wisconsin sports fans, Brian Balaga here from my friends at Surfside. Football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, It's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Ready, down, put. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project this year? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. Visit extpros.com. Also brought to you by Lakeland Supply. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com.
He is our friend. He is our teammate. He is Jason Wilde. He joins us 3 times a week here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, guys. Quite the version of Dude Friday. Pancakes and Strofe instead of Chew.
Dude. Pancakes or waffles for you, Jason?
Ooh. Can I have both?
Kind of defeats the purpose, but also you're you, so I guess I got to allow it.
And they're really, but let's be honest, they're just a vessel for maple syrup, right? Like you just really want the maple syrup more than you even.
I don't know about that.
I mean, when we're talking waffles, a lot of people will go the whipped cream and the fruit route, strawberries, things of that nature.
Pancakes and waffles more of a butter vessel or syrup vessel?
This is hurting my head.
Put it on the poll, Joshy. Are pancakes more of a butter vessel or a syrup vessel?
And by the way, I'm going French toast over both of those.
Oh, wow.
That's a good take, actually.
Wow.
I agree with him on that.
All right, Jason, let's get to the serious stuff when it comes to the Green Bay Packers. Who the hell's going to play offensive line on Sunday?
Great question. I think from left to right, it will be Rasheed Walker.
Okay, so he's been beat up in practice, right?
He is. He practiced yesterday, though.
Okay.
So, and he told me in now the very brief answers that he gives to media questions, quote, "I'm good."
All right.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Sheed.
Also, we're going to win the Super Bowl. In fact, we're going to win 4 in a row. So him at left tackle, Jordan Morgan at left guard, Elton Jenkins, who we know has not thought very highly of his own work at center, Sean Ryan at right guard, and then if Belton's not physically able to play after not practicing yesterday, then it's going to have to be Darian Kennard. So that's the starting 5. I would think they'll run out there. No offense to Zach Tom. I know he is doing what he can to keep up the charade, but he ain't playing on Sunday night, period. So, and then the other question is, like, they're to the point where this guy, Brant Banks, may have to play. At least in a backup role, who was just promoted from the practice squad. So it's going to be interesting. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, so long and short, it's still a mess.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have 3 of their preferred 5 starters. One of them is hobbled. And, it's less than ideal, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know what they say, shoot for 60%. So I guess on that, I saw the answer from Adam Stenovich yesterday, the offensive coordinator, about Jordan Morgan, and he disagreed with the notion of he was being spread too thin. He's played like every position on the offensive line, sans center, between the preseason and now 3 games into the regular season. What'd you make of his response, and how does Jordan Morgan bounce back against Dallas this week, assuming we see him?
Yeah, that's a good question. And frankly, I think my favorite part of it was then when I kind of incredulously followed up and said, Zach Tom and Elton Jenkins made it look easy playing multiple positions. Are you sure that he's able to do that? And his response was yes. In fact, he may be better at it than those guys. And I was like, I don't know what you had for your beverage in the afternoon, but I'm going to have some.
That's our conversation with Jason Wilde brought to you by Lakeland Supply. They're in business to make your business better. Set up a free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. So the running game through 3 games, I would say, has probably been the most disappointing thing of the offense. Given that the offensive line is beat up, do they still try to get that running game going to the point where they want it, or do they just let Jordan Love air it out against a defense that has allowed a career high in yardage to a now benched quarterback in Russell Wilson and made Caleb Williams look the best he's ever looked last week?
Yeah, I would think they're still going to try and run the football. They believe in that. They want to do that. They got other stuff that comes off of that. So I would be very surprised if they don't keep trying to run the football. But again, you're right. The opportunity is there to be productive in the passing game for sure.
I'm curious now if Jordan Love is a shoo-in for Offensive Player of the Week in the NFC, because week 1 it was J.J. McCarthy, week 2 it was Jared Goff, both against the Bears. Then in week 3, Caleb Williams did it against Dallas, meaning 3 of the NFC North's quarterbacks have won Offensive Player of the Week. So that makes Jordan Love a shoo-in, right, Jason? I'm doing the math correctly here.
Yeah, 400-yard, 4-touchdown game I'm expecting on Sunday night, yes.
Yeah, me too. But jokes aside, we've continued to use the term get-right game for this offense because the Dallas defense has been that bad through 3 weeks. But there are multiple facets. To Gabe's point, the running game is something they've struggled to get going through 3 weeks. But we haven't seen Jordan Love really be, and I don't want to call him elite, but like great Jordan Love yet this year. This just feels like a really good opportunity for a quote-unquote get-right game for all parts of this offense.
Yeah, I mean, he's had 2 games where he threw for less than 200 yards, right? Like one where he was like 183 and one where he was 188. And then the Washington game, I think he was at 292. And look, the number of yards you throw for as a quarterback are not an indicator of whether you won the game. In fact, a lot of times, if you throw the ball that much and have that much yardage, it means you're probably playing from behind and playing catch-up. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday night. I'm curious to see if they can be an explosive passing game. We've obviously seen glimpses of that. There was Tucker Kraft with the 57-yarder against Washington. There was Malik Heath with the downfield catch in the opener against the Lions. Romeo Doubs had a huge downfield play. They want to be able to throw the ball downfield, especially when they're getting one high safety looks because teams are committed to stopping the run. But the fact of the matter is that their offense has been inconsistent. Even in the games that they won where they felt really good about beating 2 contenders in the NFC, they LaFleur, Love, all those guys talked about how they had lengthy lulls offensively. So I don't think they're anywhere near what they want to be doing offensively. I don't think they're anywhere near how good they could be offensively. And this is an opportunity to perhaps finally kind of unlock their ability offensively.
Jason, when you take a look at the snap counts then, do you think part of that plan to try to find more consistent offensive play is giving more consistent play to wide receivers instead of trying to split it all up? I know Romeo Doubs has been the guy just in the first 3 weeks in terms of leading them in offensive snaps, but it also seemed like there was a pretty big line of demarcation after you got past Matthew Golden and Dontavian Wicks, that the Malik Heaths out there, that they're not going to be getting some of those opportunities, that they're just going to ride with those top three and try to find some consistency and rhythm with those guys on the field more often than not.
Yeah, I would agree, Gabe, that makes sense. I think they need to play Bo Melton more. It was interesting to see him playing a little wide receiver again.
Yeah.
That seems to me to be the key for them offensively. But, look, I know that if there's a wide receiver in that group that you could say that I've been a stan for, it's Wicks, right? I think that he's capable of being a really good player, and we've seen it in spurts. But if you go back to the second half of last season, and then you look at the first 3 games of this season, he hasn't dropped the ball. He's gotten open. I don't know where he is on the ASS meter, but I think so too. And so, yes. Oh man. So I don't know what their thought process is there, but without Jaden Reed, to me, you want to stick with guys that have proven track records, and you have 2 guys that are unavailable, both Reed and Watson. And again, the other question I have is, it's great that Tucker Kraft was able to play, obviously, and he played over 80% of the snaps. He had the catch and run to set up the blocked field goal. But, I am curious if is less more with him with this knee, or is the knee just not an issue at all? He admitted he was really scared by it in practice last week, but he made it sound like it's not an issue. So do you keep playing him as much as you are? And then how much do you want to get those other tight ends on the field? Because clearly that's a priority for LaFleur as well.
I wish he said the knee was an issue, Jason, because after looking at some of the plays that we did on all 22 with Brian Balaga as our cousin sub this week, he didn't block the way that we're used to seeing him block. There was it is Myles Garrett, and people whiff on Myles Garrett from time to time, but had a pretty big whiff in the run game on Myles Garrett. Didn't get what I typically think we see out of him in the run game in terms of his blocking.
Yeah, and let's be honest too, he was part of the problem on the field goal, right? I mean, he definitely misses on Denzel Ward. So, yeah, look, these guys are not superheroes. They're not like Batman who can, fall off that high-level riser when he's fighting the Joker, and then he gets up and he's fine and he goes away because he needs to have the authorities chase him because that's the hero we need right now. These injuries do factor into their performance and affect how effective they are.
Jason, certainly appreciate the time, my friend. Look forward to hearing more from you and Tausch coming up at 9 o'clock, and then I'm sure we're going to hear plenty from you this weekend with Packers Cowboys coming up on Sunday night.
Live from Steinhoffel's, not Packers Cowboys. That's at AT&T Stadium. But live from Steinhoffel's today.
I mean, Steinhoffel's is big enough.
I'd like to see that.
I think you could host a football game in Steinhoffel's.
You have to move a lot of couches. Definitely.
Yes, you absolutely would. Appreciate it, Jason. Enjoy Steinhoffel's.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
I don't care if I'd ever get back for its root. Root for the Brewers.
It's a little, they got to pick up the tempo here. You got to pick it up.
Win, it's
got to get people
shame.
going
Come on,
in the morning.
Gabe. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
You're right, that was a little slow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just got to pick it up here.
I know it's only 7:30 in the morning. We could have gotten going a little bit, but it's good to have a polka band on site this morning.
That's what I'm saying. You can transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's commercial payment solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. More from the Brewers Pancake Breakfast at American Family Field next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Northbound on the bypass, backed up out of the Hale interchange all the way up past National Avenue. It's also going to be slow westbound from Forest Home into the Hale. Westbound 94 backing up from 27th Street to the Stadium interchange. And then northbound 41 slowing between North Avenue and Burleigh. Southbound's backed up from about Bradley Road down to Good Hope Road. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Rain or shine, we've got your ride covered with premium washes and free vacuums. Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny with a high of 74 at the lakefront, 80 inland tonight. A few clouds, a low of 59. Weather is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. Easy and affordable apparel personalization with no minimums and fast turnaround. For all your printing needs, bigfrog.com/Mequon. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Cold plunges, better sleep, a gym buddy. How do you know what has the biggest impact for an active body and mind? With BetterHelp, you can talk with real, qualified therapists, not AI. With a 4.9-star rating, BetterHelp understands mental wellness shouldn't be tougher than a workout. Their therapists can figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a cold plunge. Visit BetterHelp.com, code TIMEOUT for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com, code TIMEOUT.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project during their fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 6.25 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties, Frito-Lay Doritos, Sun Chips, Ruffles, or Tostitos dip, 2 for $7. 24-pack selected varieties, Pure Life Water, $3.99. 14-ounce or 3-count selected varieties, Haagen-Dazs ice cream or bars, $3.99. 4.5 to 5.3 ounce selected varieties, Chobani Flip Greek yogurt, 2 for $3.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
Enter by November 12th.
Hey, it's Jen Latta, and I just had my walk-in closet redesigned by Closets by Design. Doug and his team in Mequon were amazing, from the first consultation to the final install, and now I have a beautiful, organized space for all of my clothes. They really brought my vision to life. Locally owned with the backing of a trusted national brand, they deliver expert design with a personal touch. Get 40% off, plus an extra 15% off, and take advantage of 18-month free financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN, and don't forget to tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, everyone who I let try borscht likes it. They don't love it, but it's a liver.
What an endorsement.
This is your
but hold on.
Yeah, like, guys, good luck. I don't even have to talk anymore.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Oh, make me over. I'm all I wanna be.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on a Friday morning live from the Pocket Pancake Breakfast at AM Fan Field. Mr. Worldwide has fans everywhere. I'll tell you what. Gabe's taking pictures. He's shaking hands, kissing babies. He's back now. He rejoins us on this Friday morning. Wrong headset. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
This is the place to be this morning.
It is,
It's
man.
the place to be. Everybody's out here. Everybody's having a good time at the pancake breakfast for the Brewers. I mean, a steady flow of fans. Everybody's chanting for Murph, cheering for Murph as he's up there, giving his speech, firing everybody up.
Don't get me wrong, because I know how passionate of a fan base the Brewers have and how everybody in this city and in the state has wrapped their arms around this team. I didn't expect this. I got to be honest with you. I didn't expect to see this many people up at 6 a.m. We got here, about 6:30?
Yeah.
And it was jam-packed. You had to sweet talk your way into the parking lot to get us in here on time to do the show at 7 o'clock. We got in about 6:30, 6:35. And, I mean, it's packed to the brims. There's mascots everywhere. There's people partying everywhere. Coffees are flowing.
Oh, they got the Culver's mascot. They got the Timber Rattlers mascot.
But both of them, Whiffer and Fang. Fang T. Rattler.
Okay. All right. I was not aware of their names. Glad you're here to update me.
You know me, single A baseball aficionado Alex Grove. No, just a Northeast Wisconsin kid. But I am blown away by the turnout. I'm blown away by the reception. And also, I got to say, for how many pancakes they're churning out, they were pretty darn good. I only had one, but I know you're offended and it's a touchy subject.
Yeah, I mean, you could have shared, but, it is what it is.
You still got 2 hours to get some.
I guess I am not surprised. But, I mean, again, I was here last year when they did the drive-through tailgate. But in the open, we also, we talked about it when this happened, when we had the 1,000-year flood and parts of the parking lot were flooded and Canal Street was flooded. And, you could not get to the ballpark in all the ways that you typically do. And the fact that 33,000 people that Sunday, State Fair got shut down the night before. State Fair's just down the street, right? And the fact that 33,000 people still showed up to the ballpark that day, despite it being incredibly hard. And again, people going through some stuff.
Yeah.
Again, that flood was no joke. And that's how important this team has been. Throughout training camp, it felt like to me the Brewers were still dominating all of August, even after the winning streak had come to an end. And had the Packers not made one of the biggest moves in franchise history in acquiring Micah Parsons, I feel like Brewers fever would have still overtaken just about everywhere the excitement, even for the Packers season starting. Now, again, you add Micah Parsons, they play the way they did the first 2 weeks, and the Packers are still king in this state. But the excitement around this team and the excitement for playoff baseball is just so high. And I'm in a spot where I just feel good. I cannot wait to see what happens. I can't wait to see what happens with this team, because it's not like, well, if this goes right and that goes right. No, they're throwing out one of the best pitchers in the National League a week from Saturday in Game 1 of the NLDS against who knows who they're going to be playing, whether it's the Padres or the Cubs. They're going to be throwing Freddie Peralta out there against a team that who knows who they're going to be throwing, because they're going to have to go through the wild card. It's not going to be their number one guy, because he's going to have to pitch during the wild card series. So Freddie's going to get to go. This lineup is one of the best in baseball. They continue to put pressure on you when on the base paths, because outside of William Contreras, 1 through 9, this is an athletic team that's going to put pressure on the base paths. It's a fun style. I can't wait to see what this team does, and my confidence is at an all-time high when it comes to the Brewers.
Somebody put some dramatic music under that and play it on a loop until we get to the NLDS. That was the most inspirational / motivational speech from Gabe Neitzel I've ever heard in my entire life. I got goosebumps over here, Gabe. That was pretty darn good.
I honestly cannot wait.
But you're right
for baseball.
I mean, and I said it before, but it's been so cool to see the way this entire state has wrapped their arms around the Brewers. Not to say that people aren't Brewers fans, but I think just the magical carpet ride we've been on since mid-May, when this team really turned it around, or early June. The double, both of the win streaks, the 14-game winning streak, the best record in baseball, the Jacob Mizorowski hype, the All-Star game, Freddie Peralta, the Quinn Priester winning streak, the Tarangs, the Freliks of the world, Caleb Durbin, the Andrew Vaughn era, right? I mean, there's so many different parts of this season that you look back on with such gratitude of, oh my goodness, I didn't see that coming.
And I know you mentioned it when you got in here, and a big difference for me this year as well. You said, oh, man, somebody said, oh, you can feel the magic.
You can feel the magic.
And when it came to the Brewers in years past.
Now, that guy might have been 14 beers deep. I don't know. But
It doesn't matter because a lot of people believe in that Brewers magic, though, right? Like, that's been a thing.
True.
And in years past, you kind of look at the team. And I've used the example of being at a playoff game a couple of years ago. Brewers get the bases loaded. There's 2 outs. All right, cleanup hitters coming up. Cleanup hitters, Mark Canha. Crap.
Yeah, right. That's right.
That's tough. And it's okay. That to me, that was some Brewers magic because you really couldn't explain how they were doing. You couldn't make sense how they were getting to 90, 92, 93 wins, winning the division, being in the playoffs, and you just couldn't quite make it make sense. This year, it makes sense. And yes, it is. Yes, there's a little bit of Brewers magic behind it because, yes, Andrew Vaughn transforming into literally somebody who was unplayable into one of the best players in this lineup. But this team is just legitimately good. They legitimately have one of the best lineups in all of baseball. The bullpen is great. The starting rotation, despite being beat up, you still have faith in a lot of those guys to go out there and get you outs. It's not, to me, Brewers magic. It's no, these guys are that good, and they believe in each other. And because of that and the way that they play, it's a relatable team. People want to wrap their arms around Sal Frelick, Isaac Collins, Bryce Terang, obviously Yelich, and the way he's played this year. It just feels like a team that's easy to root for.
Has his resurgence, Christian Yelich's, has that flown under the radar this year?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
A little bit.
And I guess I'm not mad about that. I don't mind flying under the radar because for being the best team in baseball for as long as the Brewers have been this season, it's been 2 months at this point that they've had the best record in baseball just about. I feel like his season and his resurgence is not talked about. Now, he's still looking for that elusive 30th home run. But the last 30 home run, 100 RBI season he had was his 2018 MVP campaign.
Yep.
Right? And obviously had more than that in both of those categories. But that's just how good Yelich has been since returning from the back injury. He can actually swing all the way through. He can follow through on his swings now, and it's showing offensively. He's so consistent and has really been such a huge part of why the Brewers are where they are. And there's so many other pieces that you just rattled them off. But I really feel like he's flown under the radar. But again, I don't know that that's a bad position to be in.
Nope.
When you're the top seed in baseball and have the best record in baseball and have a very good opportunity. What do they call it on WTMJ? The super magic number is down to 1. So either a win or a Phillies loss this weekend would give you the number 1 seed in the National League. And
the best record in baseball, period.
Yeah, period. And home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So that is the best part about this, right, is obviously you've still got to win the games come the NLDS next weekend. But you control your own destiny in that capacity. You will play as many home games as you possibly can throughout the remainder of the postseason as long as you stay alive because that's how good you've been through the 162.
So this Brewers team we know is very likable. And the Packers team I think we knew was pretty likable, but I really like some of the things I've heard coming out of 1265 this week as they get ready to go down to Dallas. We're going to hear from Tucker Kraft coming up next. But, of course, our Brewers coverage as they are just so undeniably relentless. Brought to you by Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Don't risk it. Go where the pros go. Professional athletes trust Neurospine Center of Wisconsin, and you can too. Additional Brewers coverage on 94.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by our friends at Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental of Wisconsin.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin.
And Milwaukee Brewers fans, if you want to hit up Potawatomi Sportsbook before a home game but need a ride to the game, hit 2 balls with 1 bat by hitching a ride on the Potawatomi Game Day Shuttle. Any purchase made in the sportsbook or same-day sports bet will get you a wristband and a seat on the shuttle. They begin approximately an hour before first pitch, and then they run nonstop for 1 hour after the game. For more information, just visit Potawatomi.com. That's POTAWATOMI.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
So overrated.
Come on, his head is a pumpkin.
Yeah, he's so right. Chewy's never been more right about anything.
Chewy was right.
Yeah.
Holy, Chewy was right.
Yeah.
Imagine the helmet on that dome. It'd be the first 8.5 size. What the?
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hanging out at the Pancake Breakfast at American Family Field for the Brewers. It is starting to calm down just a little bit. We have about an hour left, not of just the show, but of the Pancake Breakfast, as different people have gone up, addressed the crowd here and there. People have been coming in and out, grabbing their pancakes, starting their Fridays right. Final regular season series of the season begins tonight against the Reds, and then a week from Saturday, we know the Brewers are going to be in the divisional series, and as long as they win one or the Phillies lose one this weekend, the Brewers will be taking on the winners of the Padres and the Cubs. Alex Strofe is our cousin sub of the day today. And, of course, the Packers playing this weekend as well. Big game going back down to Dallas, trying to bounce back, Strofe. And I just love what I have heard out of the locker room from whether it's Micah Parsons, whether it's Elton Jenkins saying that he's played like bleep and he needs to be better. Just the self-awareness of, hey, we need to be better has been, to me, at an all-time high, especially on the offensive side. And here's what Tucker Kraft had to say about the offense yesterday inside Lambeau.
You know, we did great week 1, week 2, coming out, trying to put points on the board. We just got to stick to that. It doesn't matter if we're home or away. We're going to come out on the first drive and try to get points on the board. That is just the demand of our offense. The defense needs us to play like that so we can play complementary to them. They hold the team, to 13 points in the fourth quarter. Like, it was 10-0 up until the fourth quarter. That's remarkable. Not a lot of defenses are doing that. We have the best defense in the NFL, so we just have to help them out. You know, we're beating ourselves up and we're getting behind the sticks with pre-snap penalties, and you know, we're fed up with our own mistakes, and we just gotta be able to limit those in the future and continue to move on.
I just love the self-awareness of him saying, hey, we got to be better. We've got this great defense. And the Packers will have, at the end of the season, they do right now, statistically, one of the best defenses in the NFL, if not the best defense at the end of the day. And he recognizes, and again, the Browns have a very good defense. Got to score more than 10 points.
Got to score more than 10 points. Obviously, that's the biggest reason as to why they lost, aside from the Jordan Love interception. They probably could have won that game by scoring 10 points. Prior to that interception, but nonetheless. So I think what's going on at 1265 is a natural evolution of leadership. And what I mean by that is we've pointed out, and again, I know you and I are on the same team with this. We can't use this as an excuse anymore, but it is a fact. They are the youngest team in the NFL. It's not an excuse anymore. It is a fact. So you naturally see some of these guys evolving into leaders. Tucker Kraft being one of those guys. Xavier McKinney being one of those guys. We heard from him yesterday as well, and he talked about how they were acting like they won the freaking Super Bowl after 2 weeks, and that's not good enough. And while, yes, they do have one of the best defenses in the NFL, I'm imagining not every game is going to be perfect for their defense either, as good as they've been through 3 weeks. The offense is certainly more of the concern through 3 weeks because whether it's taking the foot off the gas a little bit, you know, not really stomping out opponents the way they should have in the first 2 weeks, and then ultimately not being able to conjure up any points really last week against Cleveland. You've got to be better when you have a defense that's going to back you up the way they do. I'm not asking Jordan Love to be Superman. I'm not asking him to be vintage Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers. I don't need 35 points a game out of him. But I need 17 or 24. You got to win football games, and this defense will always keep you in it. But it's good to have almost a reality check of sorts. I don't want to call it a wake-up call necessarily, but a reality check of sorts in that loss to Cleveland. Now you go to Dallas a week before the bye against the worst defense in the league.
Through 3 games defensively, I think you can point to a lot of great individuals like, oh, he had a great game. He had a great game. Through 3 games, offensively, I think you can say one player one time had a great game.
Tucker Kraft
in week 2.
Yep.
And that's not to say that everybody else has been bad, right? Like I would say Jordan Love has been good. Like he was good in those first 2 games, but in the second half against the Lions, you know, the majority of the statistics he put up came in the first half. A vast majority, like 90% of the statistics he did were in the first half, and it was a great first half, but he didn't have that complete game. Kind of the same thing against Washington in week 2, and obviously the offense just wasn't good enough last week. I think that you can say definitively that one player's had a great game for the Packers offensively, and that's got to change. Yeah. They have too much talent on that side of the ball for that to be the case, especially when you have somebody like Josh Jacobs, right? Like
you've got to get him going. You have to, right? Because what we saw from him last year was consistently being the workhorse of this offense, and it hasn't been good enough through 3 weeks.
No, he's been straight up bad.
Yeah, and so
the running game right now, there's no other word for it. It's bad.
Yeah.
And the offensive line being beat up is not going to help. So Josh Jacobs, he has to be better. And some of it is, yes, the offensive line, but we ran through that stat earlier this week of rushing yards over expected.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to know all the things that go into it. It's just, okay, here's how everything's blocked. What do you get? He's last in the league.
Yeah.
But he's got to be better. Again, I'm not expecting him to be Derrick Henry, break every tackle that he sees, rush for 1,900 yards. But he's got to be closer. And I wasn't expecting him to follow up last year, which statistically speaking was one of the best 5 seasons a running back has ever put together in the history of a 100-year Green Bay Packer franchise. Like that, there's some names on that list that he joined by having the season he did last year. I wasn't expecting him to do exactly that again because that was going to be always tough to follow up. But it's got to be better than this. It's got to be better than 16. He hasn't gone over 4 yards a carry yet.
Yeah.
In 3 games.
That's bad. And it was under 2 against Cleveland. And again, I know it was a weird game. They have good run defense. The offensive line was in shambles. But 1.9 yards carry game? 1.9!
It's bad. It's bad.
That might be an understatement.
Yeah, and they need to find an answer to that.
Yeah,
they absolutely need to find an answer to that.
I think they will. I don't know if it's this week, but I think they will. And again, there is a legitimate excuse in how inconsistent the offensive line has been, whether that's in terms of personnel or performance. But you got to get him going, because last year, and I know we talked about this a little bit earlier in the week when I joined you, last year a big thing, or a big cheat code, if you will, for their offense was using the run to open the pass. That has not been existent through 3 games. Luckily, Jordan Love was pretty good in that first and second win against Detroit and Washington, respectively. But you've got to get Jacobs going in order to let Jordan Love get going to the level we think he can be at. You saw that during that stretch with Aaron Jones, those 8 games we always refer back to at the end of 23. Aaron Jones was awesome, which allowed Jordan Love to also be awesome. You saw it several times last year. You really need Jacobs to get going, and I think that takes not only this offense, but this entire team to another level and another echelon in terms of best teams in the NFL.
Professional athletes like Christian Yelich trust Neurospine Center of Wisconsin, where surgeon Dr. Brandon Rebholz is to thank for helping get Milwaukee's MVP back on the field for a stellar season. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin, they bring us our Brewers coverage here on 94.5 ESPN. So much more to come in hour number 2. Craig Karmazin, we're going to talk with Marty Ronski, COO of the Milwaukee Brewers, here live from the Brewers Pancake Breakfast on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin.
Southbound on 894, we have a broken down vehicle stuck in the left lane. So that's going to be affecting your ride just south of National Avenue. As a matter of fact, you're starting to see delays from south of Greenfield Avenue down to that point. Northbound, well, let's take it back a step. Westbound 894 from before Forest Home right through the Hale all the way up to about Oklahoma Avenue is where you're seeing delays on the northbound side. We've got a crash northbound on 43 right at the ramp from Locust. This is off on the left shoulder. Other than that, we've got delays on the southbound side, just a couple pockets of heavy traffic south of Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sunny with a high of 74 at the lake, 80 inland. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 59. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project during their fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Cold plunges, better sleep, a gym buddy. How do you know what has the biggest impact for an active body and mind? With BetterHelp, you can talk with real, qualified therapists, not AI. With a 4.9-star rating, BetterHelp understands mental wellness shouldn't be tougher than a workout. Their therapists can figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a cold plunge. Visit BetterHelp.com, code TIMEOUT for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com, code TIMEOUT.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Brust and Nortman every day from 2 to 5, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
It was hard to get to the ballpark yesterday. Streets were closed. Parking lots could not be filled. And still 33,000 people showed up at Fan Field for that game yesterday. That's how important this team is right now to the city of Milwaukee.
Fly ball to deep right. It is back. Soto back. Out of here. Isaac Collins walks it off against the Mets. You can't make it up.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
They're great. They're good. They're the best team in baseball by the furthest imaginable amount you could ever fathom. They're so good, they're rewriting what young Brewers fans are going to think of this team moving forward.
Left on the track is Lockridge. He's there. He makes the catch. Can you count to 14? It's a franchise record for the Milwaukee Brewers. The longest winning streak in the history of the ball club.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Here's Alex Strofe and Gabe Neitzel.
Come see what's brewing. Come see what the good times are.
at the Pancake Pocket Breakfast.
Try that again. Start over.
Hanging out at the Pocket Pancake Breakfast. The Milwaukee Brewers, they've got the band going. You have a favorite polka song?
Is it too simple to say "Roll Out the Barrel" is my favorite polka song?
Yeah.
Then I would say
because that's like the only polka song you know, isn't it?
Bingo.
All right.
Yeah. Well, they play
Horsey, Keep Your Tail Up. No, not a fan of Horsey, Keep Your Tail Up.
So the polka capital of the world is Pulaski, Wisconsin, which is where my girlfriend grew up.
Okay.
But I have never been to Polka Days in Pulaski.
Okay.
It's on the bucket list. Need to do it sometime. But I got to be honest with you, Gabe. I really don't know that much polka. I know how to polka, but I couldn't tell you names of songs.
Get up and polka.
I would assume. Wait, are you telling me to get up and polka now?
Yes.
I need a dance partner. Dylan, come here. We got a polka. Come around here.
All right. If you haven't gotten over, please head over to the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page.
Okay. So
all right, just follow Strofe.
Just gonna hop. No, this way. Yep. There you go. Good. Yep. Keep it going. Now.
Okay. So it turns out Strofe doesn't know how to polka.
It's hard when you have a dance partner that doesn't know how to polka.
So it turns out Strofe just hops on his one foot, then hops on the other foot. That's not how you polka.
Okay. Well, it's a rule of threes,
it's not,
right?
Yes, it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, but I
that's.
He's got two left feet. I blame him.
So
we're
Strofe,
done with that experiment.
Strofe once again overestimating how good he is at something and stepping up and just absolutely embarrassing
Josh,
himself.
Step in here.
Yeah, what's up?
Back me up.
No, it was terrible.
I thought it looked good.
You said you knew how to polka.
I do know how to polka.
Then you didn't polka.
See, this is where I would need my girlfriend because she would make me look better. That guy doesn't know how to polka.
I mean, you didn't even try to teach him. You just said, "Oh, hey, hop on this one."
I said, "Oh yeah, we were just getting started, and then you go to the 1, 2, 3." I don't know what you want from me. You told me to get up and polka,
and then you didn't.
13-second notice.
Yeah, if you know how to do something, you should be able to do it.
All right, here's what I'm
going to do.
Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Next commercial break, I'm going to go into the middle of the pit where the polka band's playing.
Okay.
I'm going to find an elderly woman who looks like she knows how to polka.
Okay.
And then we're going to polka.
All right.
And then I'm going to come back and give you my report.
And then you're going to prove that you know how to polka.
Probably not. But
so you don't know how. Why do you do this? Why do you do this to yourself?
Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened. I'll be honest. I believe.
Okay, think
Hold
about.
on, I'll be honest.
Okay, just go deep inside yourself
I'm
and
gonna be honest.
draw out what the Packers are being about themselves and how honest they are. I just want you to be honest. That's all I'm looking for, Strofe. Be honest.
I would have felt like a phony Wisconsinite had I admitted I don't know how to polka. So I just pretended I know how to polka.
Okay.
And I forgot I am with the two people maybe in the building or in the world even maybe outside of like my girlfriend and my family that are the best at holding me accountable.
Sure.
And calling and seeing through my BS.
Okay.
And I believe that's what just happened.
Okay. All right.
How was
that? Hey, I appreciate you with a little self-reflection, realizing what happened and correcting the mistake.
I stand by I know how to polka, but
okay.
I might
now you've completely
I might not know how to polka.
Oh man, yes, you do not know how to polka. All right, let's just settle there. Micah Parsons is returning to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
To Micah Parsons.
Yeah. Like, what else do you want me to do? Like, you just fell flat on your face, lying once again about knowing how to do something. It's okay to not know. It's okay.
I feel like
I just want you to know.
That one's not.
No.
Do you know how to polka?
Not really. Again, I know it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just hopping on your feet like most people do isn't actually how you polka.
Josh either has no idea, no interest, or is very good at it, and there's no in between.
I know we did it in elementary school. We had a whole lesson in gym class.
Oh, really?
But if I were to draw back directly to that, I don't think it would. It would look somewhat like what you just did. But I also didn't say I know how to polka and I
know how to do this, right? Like that's just again, I think that's the difference. Like I think I could pick it up pretty easily because, like Josh, I'm pretty sure I did that. I did some sort of polka dance class in grade school, elementary school, the way that everybody else does in the state of Wisconsin. But it's been forever. And if I were to stand there, if there were a couple of people actually doing it, I think I could pick it up. But I can't sit here and say definitively that I know how to polka like you do. So now I'm curious. Why is there a part of you that feels like you have to say you know how to do things that you don't know how to do?
Do you really want me to go behind the curtain?
I mean, look, all I want from anybody, the only thing I can ever ask from anybody at any given time is to be honest.
Okay, then
and
I'm
you
gonna
have
be
not,
honest.
and you have not been honest this segment.
Well, I have been for some of it.
Yes, which means, again, being honest.
It's not a part-time deal.
It is a 1 or 0.
I just looked at the clock. I really thought it was time for a break. Thought I was going to get out of this. Okay, yep, go ahead.
Being honest is a 1 or a 0 thing.
Yep.
If you've been partially honest, then it's a 0.
That's 0.5.
That is not being
0.5.
honest.
All
No,
right,
no,
so
it is
why
a
do I do
binary
this?
thing. Yes.
Number one, and this is the God's honest truth. I always overestimate myself. So you've heard the line, fake it till you make it, right?
Yep.
As a 26-year-old trying to break into this business, there's a lot of faking it I had to do.
Sure.
Okay? Luckily, I've wound up at a pretty good spot. So, that said, I think I am just often irrationally confident in myself.
Yeah.
And irrationally is probably an understatement.
Yep.
So, when I say these things, I really do believe them. But
again,
when I say I can Polka, when I said that, it wasn't actually me trying to be deceptive. It was more me saying, oh yeah, I can figure it out.
But you don't. And there was no one here to
I
demonstrate it.
understand that, Gabe. I understand that.
You just thought.
I'm not trying to be deceptive.
There is a part of you that
I'm
thought
just dumb.
between sitting in the chair and standing up, there was going to be something in your brain
it's
that
more
clicked.
like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, something like that. Correct.
The other part of it is I do enjoy the reaction of individuals when I fall flat on my face.
Okay, so it's more of an attention thing.
I think it probably plays a role.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I appreciate
Josh,
the
what are we doing
that
here?
you have.
We are diving into your mindset and how.
Is it a psychology thing?
Is a little bit of that, a little bit of just how do you? It's a forensic study into how how you always overestimate yourself and yet fall short every time asked to deliver.
Do you think there's got to be something out there where I'm going to say I can do something and I crush it? It's going to happen eventually.
No.
And you will rue that day, Gabe Neitzel. You will rue that day.
No, because, again, if you don't know how to do something, you don't know how to do something. That's fine.
Josh,
you can learn. You can be taught.
Josh, I think it's time for a break.
You can be taught how to do things.
Josh, I'm pretty sure it's time for a break.
Just saying, it's fine not to know how to do things.
Again, but again, it's just I do believe, and I've said this on this show before. Josh, you often call me a walking cliche, correct?
Yes.
I don't know if this one's a cliche or if it's just a strophism or maybe a little bit of both. But I do believe self-awareness is the most important human quality.
That's a cliche.
Which you obviously lack.
So I was just about to say, I've said that for years, though, Gabe. I probably said that for 10 years at this point. It's only within the last 6 or so months I've realized I dramatically lack self-awareness.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to work on that.
Okay.
But it's not going well.
No.
Because, again, I fell flat again 10 minutes ago. And I want to apologize, but I'm not really sorry. That's not the right word. It's more so I'm disappointed in myself, but I get amusement in self-disappointment.
You're disappointed in yourself for lying.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to lie. I didn't mean to lie, though.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's what you did.
But okay, sure. But when you, hold on, no. Hold on.
This is a Costanza thing of it's not a lie if you believe it.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. He didn't think he was lying when he thought somehow the polka gods were just going to
gonna bless me with 2 really good feet. That's exactly what I thought was happening.
He thought, hey, maybe there's some divine polka intervention that's going to take over, and I'm going to
divine polka intervention.
Yeah.
Might be the name of the podcast today.
Divine polka intervention. I'm telling you, by the end of the show, I'm going to be the best polkaer here.
Again, that's just a lie.
I see mascots poking worse than I did.
Yeah, but they get away with it because they're in costumes.
I'm kind of a walking costume.
No, you're still you. All right, we've got so many other things to dive into. Because the Brewers are getting ready for the postseason, Packers are getting ready for the Cowboys. We dive into more of that coming up next here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But here, I got to tell you about my friends over at Mentality Health, because they're here to help, especially if you feel like you're running on empty. Maybe you have some signs of low testosterone and you don't even realize it. If you have low energy and motivation, fatigue, you're just tired all the time. Weight gain, muscle loss, especially belly or muscle loss and especially belly fat, all signs of low testosterone. If you feel anxious, moody, or irritable, Mentality can help you. And what's great is that they focus on the free testosterone, which can really help you start to feel like yourself once again. Mentality, local healthcare facility specializing in helping men feel and perform at their very best. And if you work with Mentality, if your testosterone levels are low and you're able to work with them and get those customized testosterone treatment plans, again, it's not one size fits all, customized just for you. Your energy can come roaring back. Belly fat burns off, muscle strengthens, and you feel like yourself again. Confident, driven, and ready to tackle life. Be that dad who can keep up with the kids. Feel and perform like you did 5 or 10 years ago, whether it's at work, whether it's at the gym. Just head over to the website, mentalityhealth.com/radio. Find out how to book an appointment and see if Mentality can help you. mentalityhealth.com/radio.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Yeah, we got a crash now on 894 westbound at Forest Home. The center lane is blocked, so that's going to be adding to your headaches heading through there to the Hale interchange. We've also got a crash on, northbound 43 right about at Locust. The left shoulder is blocked with that one. So right now, delays coming out of the Fond du Lac Avenue area up towards Locust. Westbound 94 slowing down from 20th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound is slowing down just before Hawley Road through the Stadium interchange as well. Traffic is brought to you by Morningstar Golfers Club. Tee it up at Morningstar Golfers Club. Championship greens, breathtaking views, and a golf experience you won't forget. Book your tee time today at golfthestar.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sunny skies, a high of 74 at the lake, 80 inland tonight, a few clouds, a low of 59. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Discover Proof Pizza at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. It is in the heart of Milwaukee's Theater District, a modern pizzeria that delivers Neapolitan-style pies, a bold grill menu, and old-school hospitality in a sleek, art-inspired setting. Whether you're craving a quick lunch or a relaxed evening bite, Proof Pizza should be your go-to destination downtown. Dine in, unwind, and savor flavor that hits just right. And if you mention my name, Jen Latta, you'll get 10% off your order. Learn more at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
This is Mike and Michelle Grau from Professional Construction Inc.,
a.k.a. PCI.
Around here, they're the same thing, like Friday fish fry and a good old-fashioned.
We're the Waukesha neighbors you see at the grocery store. Friday night football games, and yes, in your kitchen, making that space better than ever.
For us, PCI isn't just a name. It's family, it's community. It's putting our heart into every build and remodel.
PCI, for all your construction needs. Visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Grand slams and walk-offs. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon by now, what are you waiting for? Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's very own national champions. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows? Our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
He sounds like the Beatles.
What?
Anyone?
This is a new one on me.
Listen
Even
to
I
his
don't
interview,
know.
the way he talks. He sounds like Paul McCartney. Ringo farted and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Let me tell you about our new friends at Events by Design. Tori and his team over there doing an amazing job. I've been at a number of their events, didn't even realize it. Last year I was hanging out at the Buck Soiree. They helped put that together. A big, huge scale event. They can help you with things like that. Or if you're just looking for a little boost to your event, like we were, and they came out and helped us out at the ESPN Milwaukee Open, out at the Bug, and they were on the 14th hole playing walk-up songs for everybody as they came up to hit their tee shot on the 14th hole. Whether it's a big thing, whether it's a little thing, that's where Events by Design can help you. The creative team at Events by Design, they truly enjoy the work that they do. And that means you can boost culture with captivating corporate events like appreciation parties, brand activations, and more. And look, right now is the time you should be thinking about that holiday party, and Events by Design can help you with that as well. Retain top talent by investing in your culture today. Just search online, Events by Design. They design you party.
And it burns like me for you.
And it is a party out here. The Pocket Pancake Breakfast. I didn't even know this coming in, but now I've seen so many people wearing the T-shirts. So it is a T-shirt that has a pocket on the chest to keep the pancakes in.
Yeah, so it was, I think, given away to the first 3,000 people. I don't know if we fell into that category since we arrived a little after 6:30. There was a person, I don't know who it was, that came up to us at some point in the 7 o'clock hour and yelled, "You didn't get a T-shirt!" and then walked away. So I assumed maybe they were getting us T-shirts, but then they never returned. So I think we fell short.
I think they were taunting you. Again, the whole self-awareness thing just kind of rearing its ugly head again.
No, it seemed like a genuine ask. But maybe it wasn't.
No, it wasn't an ask. They just said, "You didn't get a T-shirt."
Oh, you view that as a statement?
Yes.
Like an exclamation point.
Correct.
Oh, I thought it was a
It wasn't.
question.
Yeah, no, it was you didn't get a T-shirt.
Look, we could be honest with one another. I'm having a bad morning. I'm having a bad morning. I thought, I got to be honest. I showed up here and I was like, Gabe, high energy. It's you know me in the mornings. We've done mornings enough together now, the last year and a half, where you can tell when I'm low energy at 7 a.m. I would argue you picked me up about 6:20 this morning. I was outside. I was outside in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you were outside pretty quick.
I had a little pep in my step.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready to go. I've had a lot of energy this morning, and I thought I was going to have a killer show.
Yeah.
Turns out, not so much.
Again, to an extent, you have. Again, I think you're learning a little bit more about yourself. Never
Which
a
is
bad
always
thing.
good. Which is always
it's never
good.
a bad
Yeah,
thing.
it's always good.
Again, as long as you're learning and growing, just like we hope the Packers learn and grow from their loss against the Cleveland Browns.
Nice. Yeah. I would just say this: there was no shortage of loving myself.
Yeah. I'll leave that one to you. You can, whatever you do behind closed doors, that's up to you. But when it
not what I meant, but fair enough.
But when it comes to the Packers, like I feel so good about them going into this game because of everything that we have heard coming out of the locker room. We played the clip earlier from Tucker Kraft, knowing that the offense has to be better. Just Elton Jenkins saying, "Hey, I need to be better." And yes, you said earlier, yes, this is the youngest team in the league, but there is certainly spots where they have inexperience. Whether that's the backup offensive lineman and Jordan Morgan is certainly one of those guys because of the injuries he had last year, and they're expecting big things from him. He's a first-round pick, but still has relative inexperience. like Tucker Kraft is an inexperienced guy at this point, so he has that self-awareness. Most of the players on that defense have experience. Like the most inexperienced one at this point is probably Edgerrin Cooper, and he's one of the best players on that side of the football. Same thing with their safeties. It just seems like they have found a spot where they're holding each other accountable. They're holding themselves accountable, which has been a lot of fun to see how they kind of handle this whole situation. And there might have been Packers teams in the past where you see this kind of clunker and you're going, all right, let's see how they respond. I have the utmost confidence that they are going to be bouncing back in Dallas against the Cowboys. And part of that is because the Cowboys, they really stink.
Yeah.
Like, at least the Browns have a redeeming quality.
Their defense.
Yes, because their defense is very good. The front four is... Even like their secondary, I don't know if it's I don't know how good the secondary is, but it doesn't matter because their front seven's that good, and they have that going for them. Like the Cowboys, their second best offensive player is hurt.
Yep.
Their defense is giving up yards and points left and right. Like they don't have those redeeming qualities to me that the Browns do, and that gives me, the youngest team in the league. Yeah. They're going to bounce back, and they're going to be focused and ready to go when Sunday night hits, and they're going to want to win for their guy in Micah Parsons in his return to Dallas.
Sometimes you need to get punched in the face, and I think the Packers did in a couple different areas on Sunday against the Browns. And for a team that everybody seemingly still feels very good about their chances come the playoffs, come the division, come a potential Super Bowl run for Green Bay, everybody feels good about the Packers as a true contender still, despite the ugly loss on Sunday against Cleveland. But sometimes you do need to get punched in the face. You need to put up a stinker. You need a reminder of, hey, you're not perfect. You don't come out every week and play a perfect football game. So when you mix all these things together in the beautiful blender known as life, and you come up to Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys, it's the perfect opportunity to say, hey, by the way, just a reminder, everyone, we're still really damn good. This offense is capable of putting up, let's say, 30 points. This defense can still knock the wind out of anybody's sails because they have Micah Parsons, ironically playing his former team in his former stadium on Sunday. But they also have the Edgerrin Coopers, the Quay Walkers, the Lucas Van Nesses, the Xavier McKinneys of the world that can be right there to change a game at any moment. And so to play the defense that has allowed the most points and the most passing yards in the league so far, that's a great opportunity for Jordan Love to fix what he's had going on and then defensively just keep that ball rolling.
Marty Ronski, the COO of your Milwaukee Brewers, is going to be joining us next live from the Pocket Pancake Breakfast. And we're hanging out here thanks to our friends at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Who can they help? Working professionals, active adults, patients motivated to find solutions to help them return to work. Sports and everyday activities, patients seeking second opinions or advanced treatment options. That's how they're going to help you at the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Bring you our Brewers coverage here on 94.5 ESPN.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin.
An accident on 894 westbound, right about at Forest Home, has got the two left lanes blocked with emergency crews on scene. So watch out for the delays heading into that area. You'll only be able to use that far right lane to get through there. We also have an accident on northbound 43 at Locust off on the left shoulder. Delays coming up from before Fond du Lac Avenue up to that point. Westbound 94, delays from about 17th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound slowing from Mitchell Boulevard all the way to about 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Rain or shine, we've got your ride covered. With premium washes and free vacuums, Tsunami Express. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sunny with a high of 74 at the lake, 80 inland. Tonight, a few clouds, a low of 59. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey, but we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Just 2 days away from kickoff, it's the Green Bay Packers, it's the Dallas Cowboys. Sunday Night Football on NBC. It will be the first time the Packers play their former draft pick, multiple-year veteran defensive tackle Kenny Clark, who was traded to the Cowboys in the Micah Parsons deal. Clark met with Packers reporters via Zoom on Thursday and had this to say about playing his former team.
I know it'd be weird. It'd definitely be weird when I get out there. Definitely. I mean, yeah, you're gonna see them yellow helmets out there and be like, damn, man, I was just over there.
The Packers are 6.5-point favorites for Sunday Night Football. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because cars, trucks, and SUVs still rust. They do. Just look around the parking lot. Well, it doesn't have to happen, people. Google Z-Bart rust protection, call Z-Bart, and keep your car rust-free.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
And guess who didn't hit the hole? Zeke Elliott.
Ashton.
Well, I mean, yes. You all right back there?
It's so true.
It was a direct shot. She took out the sniper rifle and just...
No, she got right up to me, took out a Glock, and just shot.
Yeah, right in the balls.
On 94.5 ESPN.
We are hanging out in the parking lot at American Family Field. No other place you would want to be this morning. It's the Pocket Pancake Breakfast. Everybody's here. Gabe Neitzel along with our cousin sub of the day, Alex Stroh, as we are now joined by Brewers COO, friend of show. She's a part of the show at this point, Marty Ronsky. What's
Good
going on,
morning,
Marty?
guys. Thanks for being out here with us.
Oh, absolutely. This had to have gone about as well as you could have possibly hoped. I mean,
Yeah.
the amount of cars that were in line when we got here this morning and the steady flow of people who have picked up and still hanging out listening to the Polka Band, it has been such a fun event today.
Thanks. I mean, this is, it's about as cool as it gets. You know, we always joke inside when you plan something like this and you kind of, you're not selling tickets, so you have no idea what it's going to look like.
Right.
It's really just having faith in your fans and knowing that Wisconsin sports fans show up, and man, did they ever. This is amazing.
Well, just think about how this started. So, I mean, again, some people in the organization knew that Murph was, hoarding pancakes and snacks in his pockets. And then on a Friday night national TV broadcast, he shares this with a reporter. She takes a bite of the pocket pancake, and now here we are.
And we run fast and hard with it, right? You run fast and hard, and we've gotten so many jokes about what if it was something. I'm like, no, but it wasn't. It was pancakes, which we can work with. But yeah, truly, and it's he was laughing this morning when he was out here. He looked at me and he goes, all because I ate a pancake out of my pocket, and that was the most normal thing. I'm like, you got it, Murph. This is all on you, man. But no, truly, it's one of those things that allowed us to think creatively about how we thank fans, bring the community together, rally around the team, and frankly, just celebrate. I mean, I'm just looking around. This is crazy that we still have, we're 3 hours into this thing, and there's just still so many people here of all, from everywhere, hanging out, like you said, enjoying the music and really celebrating one of the things that, in the world that still brings us all together, which is, winning baseball games.
I've seen people that I know that live in Green Bay and Madison here today already.
Amazing.
Right?
I talked to somebody from Janesville who said they left the house at, she said, we laid down last night and said, forget it, let's not even sleep, let's just get on the road.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to ask a lot more questions, but
you were busy. You had a lot of things going on.
I don't know. I could have asked more questions, but then you never know where that goes.
Then you'd walk away and be, you're a little nuts,
I just said you're amazing. You're amazing. But no, we had people here from everywhere. The kids this morning, the little ones that were out here, who are just grinning
Can
from
you
ear to
imagine
ear.
the talks at school this morning?
Right? It's amazing. It's kind of bragging rights, right?
Yeah,
hey,
totally.
my parents brought me out to the pancake breakfast. Oh, you didn't get to go? Your parents said no. Hey, we got some. There's going to be some trash talk about this breakfast, I think, based on the number we saw.
Okay, so we've got 3 games this weekend. Just need to win one.
Just one.
And best record in baseball, but playoffs start.
Yeah.
Are tickets still available?
So, guys,
I can't imagine because I feel like it was pretty slim pickings when I picked up mine for the game next Saturday.
Yeah, so I won't lie. I have not checked in the last 3 hours since we've been out here.
You've been busy?
I'm only half conscious right now, actually. That early morning, just really hit me hard. But as of last night, we had a couple of SRO standing room only seats. Standing room only, I guess that's an anomaly. Standing room only tickets left. So we've got a couple for each game left, but it's slim pickings. But hey, we want to be packed to the brim. So call the ticket office, jump online. If there's even one left, we want to make sure that it's picked up.
I mean, the response to, and again, we're now in a spot where it's 7 out of 8 years where this team has made the postseason. And again, the amazing part to me about that is there's been one game in that 8-year stretch that it was irrelevant.
Yeah.
That the team was eliminated in game 161 the one year that they didn't make the postseason. But why do you think this team is different and why they've rallied around? Because, again, I was here last year for the drive-through tailgate, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. And also insane that people were lining up to get a brat at 6 in the morning.
Fans are amazing.
And it was – but this is even somehow above and beyond that. Why this year, why this team do you think that everybody's just grabbing onto this team?
Yeah, I think, look, I won't play psychologist or sociologist about all this. Let's just talk about the guys on the field and what Murph's managed to do, right? Which is, these guys, I think, display a sense of grit and hunger every at-bat, right? Nobody ever looks like they're mailing it in. Nobody ever looks like they quit. And what the fans have gotten to see this season, unlike ever before, is those late inning wins where it looks like there's no chance we're pulling it out, and we do over and over. And it's just that sense of grit. And when I was talking to my boys about this at home, they were saying, it's so interesting. We've got guys who played D3 college baseball, right? Which my sons did too. So like that, if you talk about gritting it out, man,
totally.
Right? Durbin, that guy is used to just fighting it hard, right? And, you got guys that have been in the minors for a long time who are just waiting for their chance. And when you see, 10 pitch at-bats from Monasterio, that's the kind of thing you're seeing. You're seeing that grit at every turn. And I think people just love that. That makes for incredible baseball, and it makes your heart stay in it. So I think this team, that sort of magical mix, and then Murph sort of playing his piece in that, putting it all together. I think it just, it really has made this something a little different, a little special, and something we all are really invested in.
How many pancakes did Murph eat today? Do we know?
I don't know. He was doing some art. He was doing some flips. I will say I knew Murph could do a pancake flip.
Oh, yeah.
So he was flipping them over his back. Like, there's
really?
Yeah. You guys missed it back here. Yeah. I mean, there's some talent. There's some talent here. I said, maybe in late retirement, might be something in this for you, Murph.
A pancake chef, yeah.
He didn't flinch. So, I don't know what he did in terms of consumption. I do know that we sent a case of the Murph's Maple back down to his office. So if he seems a little jittery tonight, we'll know why.
Well, it was an early morning. It's going to be a late night for him. He might need some. He might need the extra kick.
Talking with Marty Ronsky, Brewers COO here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. What kind of special things you guys have planned at the ballpark when the postseason opens up a week from tomorrow?
There's so much going on, guys. As you know, first this weekend we've got our fan appreciation on Saturday night.
I believe this cup right here.
That very tumbler.
Yes.
And I always look for that word. Right, that tumbler tumbler is exactly what we're doing. Thank you, Quick Trip. That tumbler will be given away to the first 30,000 fans. But we're giving away a car. We're giving away autographed jerseys. We've got so much surprise and delight going on all day Saturday. Tickets available all 3 days. So we're going to keep that energy alive for the guys now. I mean, you heard some people on stage earlier just talking about Murph himself, what that means, just the volume, how incredibly important that is to our players. And so we've got that this weekend, and as we head into postseason, guys, if you've never been to a postseason game,
it's so much
figure
fun.
out a way to get there. And I say this, I think I said this last time I was on the show, random strangers hugging one another over baseballs flying in the air is one of my favorite sights in the entire world. There's nothing like it.
Did I tell you the story of my mom at the Brewers game last year? We went to game 2 of Brewers Mets, and that's when all the Jesse Winker stuff was going on. My mom shows up to my house, and the first thing she says when I open the door is, "I cannot wait to boo Jesse Winker." It's the first thing she says to me. So we show up, Winker wasn't starting, but then he bats in the 9th.
Oh, yeah.
And we're sitting there, and my mom starts booing because, again, she could not wait. And there is a kid, 8, 9 years old, sitting in front of us, turns around and goes, "You're booing?" She goes, "Yeah, I don't like this guy." He goes, "I don't either." And started booing.
Lead by example. Look, I will say, this kid's I was taught about sportsmanship. This lady is, but, I'm going to take her lead. And, there's a limited list of people I think we're okay booing.
Yeah.
And I won't name, but I think she was dead on. I think her mom had something
Again,
going.
you come after this team, you come after the city.
The wisdom of elders. The wisdom of elders.
Yeah, this
right
is what's going to happen.
I like your mom.
Yeah.
I like your mom. She better show out again this year. I like her. I like
absolutely,
her. My mom does the thing where I get the text one phrase at a time. So
Okay.
it's 97 texts all in a row about her feelings on, right?
Yeah.
And she knows what she's doing, but it's in the moment. I love that passion. That's exactly what we're about.
And again, playoff baseball is just...
It's different.
Yeah, because every pitch means so much. Every at-bat means so much, and there's nothing else like it.
And that's why our fans show up to things like this, right? To bring the community out. Here we go. We've got this chant starting up again, in the final moments of our tailgate this morning. But it's these fans combined with the magic we're seeing on the field. This is going to be something special, guys.
Marty, thank you so much for jumping on. Congratulations on a fantastic event. Can't see what you guys have cooked up for fans coming up this postseason as well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Marty Uronsky, she is the Brewers COO, joining us. Craig Karmazin, he joins us next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Hey, ESPN Milwaukee listeners, Josh DiMaggio here from my friends at Wanna Parlay, my favorite daily fantasy sports app with the absolute largest payouts on parlays. You've heard me talk about them before, but it's football season and it's time to play. I'm looking at an anytime touchdown parlay, including Jordan Mason, Brian Thomas Jr., Devontae Adams, and Matthew Golden this weekend. Here's what you should do. Download the Wanna Parlay app, click around, and when you decide to upload money to play and get into the action, use promo code JGC for a 100% deposit match for up to $250. You put in $20, they'll give you 20 more. So download the Wanna Parlay app, use promo code JGC, and let's play the world's richest parlay today. You must be 18 years or older to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER today.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up next from the Brewers Postseason Pocket Pancake Breakfast, presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin.
We have enjoyed having Professional Construction Inc. help us with our home projects. As you might know, we're not the most handy people. We can handle a few things here or there, but for the big stuff, the important stuff, we always call our friends over at PCI. Mike and Michelle operate a family-owned company. They believe in building relationships and doing exceptional work on your projects. They've been in business for more than 20 years, and you guys know you don't stick around unless you're dang good at your job. PCI is also hiring carpenters if you want to learn more about those opportunities or see some of their work, including, I'm guessing, my basement, which PCI did. Just go to their website. It's professionalconstructioninc.com, professionalconstructioninc.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO-certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer. 30 days for $30. That's 1 full month of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Cold plunges, better sleep, a gym buddy. How do you know what has the biggest impact for an active body and mind? With BetterHelp, you can talk with real, qualified therapists, not AI. With a 4.9-star rating, BetterHelp understands mental wellness shouldn't be tougher than a workout. Their therapists can figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a cold plunge. Visit BetterHelp.com, code TIMEOUT for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com, code TIMEOUT.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I have told you how many times. Do not mess with electricity, Chew.
And I don't. I did. I did. But I don't.
Incident?
There was one.
Plumbing, you're going to get wet. Electricity, you're going to die.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hit it.
If you're looking to play great golf, there is still plenty of time. Look, playing golf in the fall, it is fantastic, especially if you join at the Wisconsin Country Club, just like I did right around this time a couple of years ago. I love the golf course. It's a challenging, fun course that you do not get tired of playing every single time you are out there. I also enjoy what we have for our practice facilities. But maybe you're looking for a little bit more than I am just outside of the golf. Well, how about this? How about no assessments, no food and beverage minimums? Also, we have pickleball, tennis. Pool is great for the kids in the summertime as well. Learn more at WisconsinCountryClub.com. Wisconsin Country Club, it is just a fairway away. The Pocket Pancake Breakfast here at American Family Field is starting to wrap up. People starting to head to their cars, head to work. Some of these kids, I think, are going to have to get to school. Maybe some kids are just playing hooky today. I don't know.
I think it's a hooky day because school typically starts around 8:30, 9 o'clock, doesn't it?
I would think so.
Well, maybe, obviously the Brewers play at home tonight. Maybe it's just an all-day tailgate for some of these kiddos?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just hang out, find a couple of other things to do before you head to the ballpark tonight. Again, some tickets still available for tonight if you're looking for tickets for tonight, tomorrow, Sunday. But then those postseason tickets, they are hard to come by. A few standing room only tickets are available. And look, I've done the standing room only thing. Have you at a Brewers game?
I have not at a Brewers game, no.
Yeah, there's plenty of places to still stand and see all the action that you want to check out. So if you want to go, I cannot recommend going enough. You want to be there for this fun postseason run the Brewers are about to start. So make sure you head over to Brewers.com and get those postseason tickets.
I may certainly have to do the standing room only, though. I did not end up pulling the trigger on NLDS tickets. Kind of hold it off in hopes of an NLCS or World Series. I know you attend more Brewers, just about as many Brewers games of anybody I know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew you were going to pull the trigger. I was also at that Game 2 wild card game last year, which was a total blast. Obviously, it was the only one they won in that wild card series. But that atmosphere was my first playoff baseball game. That atmosphere was unbelievable. I mean, truly, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. I've done playoff Packer games.
Yep.
Granted, I've done a few losses the last 2 years. But I had never done a playoff Brewers game, and it was some of the most fun I've ever had at a sporting event.
So I went to Game 3 as well. I was at Game 2, and then I went to Game 3.
So the ultimate highs and then the ultimate lows in Game 3?
But to that point, again, going to Packer games and doing that, the back-to-back home runs, when Sal Frelick hit that home run last year to follow up the Bowers pinch hit home run, the place came unglued. I don't know if I've ever felt that. Honestly, and I did not go to any of the games, and it was even harder to get into when the Bucs made their run because seats were limited. They weren't able to pack everybody in there the way they typically would in 2021 when the Bucs won their championship. But that's the biggest moment I've ever felt. Honestly, another big pop that I remember. This was inside the old Bradley Center when the Bucs were in the playoffs. And Matthew Dellavedova stole that inbounds pass and made it after he did that, the place came unglued. That's how just pure moments of pure just joy that can happen only during the postseason. And especially when in playoff baseball, again, if you go to opening day, and I have the last handful of years, opening day is more like an event and the baseball's going on in the background. It's more like a social event. People are there. They want to be there to tailgate. And the game is kind of an afterthought. Mm-hmm. It is all about the game when you go to a postseason game, and every pitch is just so important. You're feeling just every single thing, anxiety on your seat, and when the ball leaves the ballpark or you get that hit to score a run, it is so much fun.
I know we got 3 more games in the regular season. I know we want to get to win 97, but I cannot mean this more seriously. Can we just fast forward to next Saturday?
No, I am going to enjoy next week, man. I am going to enjoy kicking back, watching all these other teams fight it out in the wild card round while the Brewers get to sit back, rest, get healthy.
And you're right.
Set everything up the way they exactly want it for the divisional series in terms of pitching. Everybody's going to be well rested going into that. I am going to enjoy this week because the Brewers have had to grind it out in the wild card.
The only rooting interest you have next week is that the Cubs and Padres go 3 games and each of them are 12 innings or more, right? I mean, that
would be ideal.
Yeah.
Just wear down those bullpens.
That's the hope. The real hope is they go 3 games, right? You want that series to go as many games as it possibly can, obviously being 3. But then you just hope everybody's a little tired out. They use whatever they got in that wild card series, and the Brewers can have an easy road to the NLCS. But both teams that the Brewers have the opportunity to face are good teams. Obviously, you saw the Padres up close and personal last week. And then ultimately, we've seen the Cubs throughout the year. I really want to beat Craig Counsell in the NLDS because I just imagine, next Saturday, if that series begins against the Cubs, that roof better be open because otherwise it's going bye-bye. Because the roof is going to explode at AmFam Field.
I just don't, like you said, I don't care who they play. I don't have a preference. Maybe both those teams are good enough teams, but I think the Brewers they're the best team in baseball. Who cares? Whoever's coming here, best of luck to you.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be the underdogs to us.
I love that mindset.
You're not as good. And that's not to say that the Brewers are going to win it all. I mean, it's baseball, wonky things, strange things happen. But again, it's different in a 5-game series and in a 7-game series versus the 3-game series that we've only been able to experience the last couple of seasons where the Brewers haven't been able to get out of it.
Yeah.
I just feel so good about, hey, you got to come here. You're going to have to deal with not just our team, our crowd, in the majority of the games we play, if these things go full, I feel so good about where this team is. And again, do not care whoever they end up playing. It's just not important to me whatsoever.
I agree. You feel we keep using the term. It feels different. Well, but it's because it does. I don't know that I've ever felt this good about a Brewers team. 2018, obviously, you felt really good about their chances.
Yeah.
Once everything went right that year. They had the MVP. They make it to the NLCS. Ultimately, it leads you to heartbreak. But that was a team you felt so good about. But you looked at the Dodgers, and you're like, okay, that's going to be a tough series.
Mm-hmm.
We saw what they did to the Dodgers this year.
Yeah.
We saw what they've done to pretty much every top team in baseball this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're better than them. They're better than every team in baseball. The record says that, obviously, but also the head-to-heads show that too, Gabe. And when we talked extensively earlier this morning about the bullpen and the idea of getting Trevor McGill back on Sunday and for the postseason stretch. So it's just different. It's just different because and Marty was talking about this when she joined us. You get to the 8th or 9th inning in a close ball game, and you don't go, I don't know about this. You go, just give me Andrew Monasterio, why don't you? Right? Because he's become an extra innings hero over the last month.
Yeah.
It's just incredible the stories that we're going to be able to tell about this team once it's all said and done, and hopefully it ends ultimately with a World Series championship.
Yeah, and again, then you have an event like today, as Tim Dillard is still addressing the crowd here on the stage. You have an event like today that it just kind of brings the fan base together. Like the Packers. We all love the Packers, and the Packers are king in the state. I get it.
Yep.
But I can't imagine them ever doing something like this.
No.
Right? Like, because they're too big. Right? The NFL is too big. And to have this moment where you can connect all these fans and people are, Marty's telling us the story of people just driving up from Janesville, not even sleeping last night.
Yeah.
They just got in the car and said, hey, let's go get in line to get our pocket pancakes. And the line of cars that were here, the number of cars parked that they just decided, yeah, let's go walk in. We'll sit down at the table. We'll enjoy this whole thing. It's this city, this fan base is ready for postseason baseball. Like and here's the other thing. I don't know how many other fan bases can pull something off the way the Brewers did today, and then have this many people show up.
It's the beauty of small market, right? And we've talked about it all morning. The fact that the state, the city, the local communities have just completely, number one, invested everything into this team, but B, have just wrapped their arms around this run and what's going on in Milwaukee and how special this team is that plays at American Family Field. That's how you get what you got this morning. That's how you get here. That's how you get to a point of thousands of people eating pancakes and, the coffee and the Polka band and the players and the celebrities and all the in-betweens. Just pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it has been just such a fun event to hang out and have everybody anticipating what's going to be happening for the Milwaukee Brewers and have an event like this. Again, now they got to quickly tear all this down because they got to. This parking lot's got to be functional.
It's going to be full in a couple hours.
Yeah, I was about to say it's got to be functional for tonight as they open up their series against the Cincinnati Reds with Quinn Priester on the mound, and the Brewers going for a franchise record in wins. Again, this has the very high potential to be the best team. And Craig said last week, Craig Karmazin, Good Karma Brands founder, CEO, that if this team makes an NLCS and they're putting up a fight in that NLCS, you could still make a case that this is the best team in Brewers history.
I would agree with him on that. Obviously, I wasn't around for 82, but and that's the team that every Brewers team of the last 8 years has been compared to. Are they as good as the 82 team?
Well, it's
2018 came close.
It's not even just the last 8 years. It's every team since.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's every team since 1982.
Because
it's the only one that's gone to the World Series.
But I put this team up with the 2011 team and 2018 teams of. I've had the most fun watching this team.
Yeah.
Because of all the ridiculous, and I just went through it, the ridiculous comebacks and the stories and the different starting pitchers. The statistic that I will bring up one more time because this could be the last day I get to bring it up. Quinn Priester is going for his 20th start in a row that the Brewers win tonight. 2-0.
I'm hoping
it's
that
unheard of.
I'm hoping that continues to like 25.
25 or 25, 26.
25.
I guess it wouldn't get to 26, but 20,
Yeah.
24, 25.
Yeah. I would say 25 because so tonight would be 20. One start in
He'll go to the Hall
DS.
of Fame if that happens.
Yeah, so I think 25 is what we're hoping for. 25 in a row because you would win tonight, get the franchise record.
Send him to Cooperstown if that happens. I'm not joking.
Win his start, or the Brewers win when he starts in the DS. Then he's probably making a couple of starts in the CS and a couple of starts in the World Series.
I know it's the longest streak in franchise history. I'm curious what the longest streak in MLB history is. I don't know how easy that would be to find. The most wins, not because it's not pitcher wins. It's the team wins.
Yeah, the team winning. But, that's probably some guy who, pitched back in 1910. Yeah, 1906, when they were pitching, both ends of a doubleheader, and they were just consistently pitching every single day. It's got to be somebody like that, because that's all the pitching record. That's where they all exist.
Yeah, that's true.
Cy Young and the number of wins he has is just untouchable.
This is an unheard of streak by Quinn Priester. He's going for number 20 tonight. And excited to be there tonight and root on the Crew one final time in the regular season before the NLDS next week. Pancakes, coffee, fans galore, Polka galore, celebrities galore, Mr. Worldwide, Gabe Neitzel galore. What a great morning.
What was up with the? I didn't get a good look at the. They had special syrup right next to us here.
Yeah, Murphy syrup. They were selling in the booth next to us.
Was there anything special to it, or?
I don't.
Little Murphy special sauce in the.
I don't know.
Okay. I'll have to maybe check that out now that we're wrapping up here. But a big shout out to our friends at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Stop suffering, whether you want to get back into the game or just back to life. Go where the pros go. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin, bringing us our Brewers coverage. Also, our Brewers coverage brought to you by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Wilde and Tausch coming up next.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain